Y'all see me? Oh, what's up? What's up, my people? Hey, we just field testing this old Amazon build out. Ain't that too major. We'll see what's going on with it. I'm not gonna shoot my board either. Yes, sir. What we got right here is the final product of our Amazon build, right? So we got a Diamondback DB15 AR-15, you know what I'm saying? And we built this guy right off Amazon. All right. So knowing how picky the internet can be, I decided to do a quick video. I'm not gonna assemble anything in the video, but when it comes to the Amazon build, of course, we got our Swamp Fox optic, we got our offset iron sights, we got our flashlight. The only thing y'all don't see here is the sling, and that's because the sling didn't match the QD mounts on here. So I will make another video addressing the sling part. But for the most part, we got our iron sights, we got our optic, and we got a flashlight. Like I said, the only thing we're missing is a sling. So what I did is I got my front sight, my flashlight, pressure plate for the flashlight, my red dot, and my rear sight. As you see, I have them all laid out the way that I'm going to mount them. I lined them up with the Picatinny rail slot where they're going to fit, or the M-LOK rail slot right here. And the flashlight actually is going to mount on the side right here. That's why it's above the iron sight. Actually, yeah. We're going to test that theory. But anyway, for the most part, this is how I line everything up before I actually mount it, so I can see how much real estate and how much room I'm working with. And from there, we're going to go ahead and mount it up. All right, so far what we got, we got our rear sight install, front sight install. I move the flashlight down so y'all can see it. Pressure plate to follow right behind that. The pressure plate is going to be where my hand naturally rests. The same as it would if I put a angled hand grip here or a vertical hand grip, either one. So as you see, we still got plenty of room on that guy. And next up, we're gonna go ahead and mount the flashlight. All right, cool. So for our next portion, we went ahead and mounted the flashlight. I did flip it around in the bracket. I do advise when you mount your flashlight, mount it to your hands. I kind of don't like the placement of it, but I'm working through it. I'm gonna see if I like it and if I don't. But so far it's cool. You just gotta remember your hand might float somewhere in this general vicinity. So kind of be prepared to take it back off and readjust it as your hand needs as your needs have to be met with your hand, like comfortability. Make sure that it's comfortable when you go to run that rifle. Now, on the wrap up, I did finish it off with some goon tape, hockey tape if you will, but I did do core management with goon tape. They do have little core hiders. It is a rechargeable battery, so I will be unscrewing and screwing it back on. So we'll see how that works out in the future. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and mount the optic, and that's gonna be it. All right, last and final, we finally got our red dot mounted securely. Man, shout out to Swamp Fox for the sight adjustment and installation tool. I think it's pretty dope. They got down with that. When I get little extra trinkets and stuff, I think it's dope. So I just got one more tool to add to my little tool bag that I keep. I think that's dope. Shout out to Swamp Fox. But anyway, that's him. I do got the cap off for zeroing purposes. But that's it. Amazon got us in the game. Minus a sling, baby. Or am I? I like it. Y'all see that? As y'all seen us putting together some of the components on this guy, starting from the front, we got our flashlight, pressure plate. We hid the tape with a little goon tape. You can use hockey tape, or you can use cord hiders. Like that's a thing, and they do sell those on Amazon. We got the font. We got the Swamp Fox Liberator. We got our rear angle, our rear offset sight, front offset sight, and Georgia decided to top it off with a little pollen dust. Standard Diamondback DB15. I mean, it's really not nothing spectacular, but the only thing we're missing is the sling. I didn't have the QD point back here on the buttstock, which you can put one right here if you want to. So that is the only thing that I was missing off this build was the sling. With a sling, you can wrap it up, put a bow on it. But for the most part, we have all of the essentials that I feel like you need. You got a flashlight, you got backup sights, you got your red dot and the sling, and you in the game. Like everything else that you see people dressing up with and putting on their rifles extra. I mean, you don't need a huge LPVO, especially if we're only using this for home defense or recreational purposes. Why do you want to turn this into a 14, 15 pound rifle that you probably not going to be able to move around with and defend your home with? Y'all got to make that make sense to me, man. I know it looked tactical because you see your favorite YouTuber or gun tuber doing it, but let's keep things practical. What is that? Anyway, I like to keep it practical. So, real world use. What are you really going to use it for? Will determine accessories. I wanted to give y'all a simple build that you can, you go and purchase your rifle and you hop on Amazon and buy you some quality parts. Dial in your sights and get you some good training. Get some good training. I cannot stress quality training enough. Yeah, you bought the rifle. Yeah, you went on Amazon and bought the parts because you found this video and you saw us buying parts off Amazon. But man, let's be for real. Go get you some quality training. Quality training matters. I don't care what you put on here. Nothing that you put on this rifle is going to make you a better shooter. The only thing that's going to make you a better shooter is quality training and you actually putting that training into practice. It's simple. I'm pretty sure in your area or in a nearby area where you could drive to, there's a reputable trainer. Not some Joe Blow who just got out the Army or the Marines or whatever branch of the military and calls himself a trainer. Man, check their resume. Go check their resume for real, man. Go find you a reputable trainer after you make that purchase and put it to work. Don't buy it and keep it on the shelf, keep it in the box. Man, go put that guy to work. That's what you bought it for. How you gonna protect your home when you bought it, put it together, and then go get it dialed in? You ain't check it out or nothing. Like you don't run it. You don't even know if it's gonna run that ammo you got. I'm just saying, man. You spent the money, continue to spend the money, invest in your equipment, invest in yourself, invest in your training. That matters. For real, man. Other than that, I know y'all seen a couple of the clips of this guy running into action. It is who I say it is. And it ain't what I say it ain't, Like, you ain't got to go buy a $2,000 rifle to have something to defend your home. You don't have to do that. You can really just buy something and keep that shit simple. Right off Amazon, man. Get your, $500-$600 rifle, another $200 in parts off Amazon, and man, you in there. Keeping it quick, simple, sweet. Like I told y'all, the flashlight, just be careful or where you mount it at. If you don't know how to, just go to the local gun shop, find a good gunsmith who can help you out and get that placement right. But beyond that, man, you already know. It's your boy Iraq Max, Double Tap Coalition. If you haven't done so already, man, like, comment, most definitely subscribe, and turn on them post notifications so you can stay in tune with me, stay in touch with me. Other than that, man, it's been real. It's been fun, y'all. And frankly, I'm tired, boss. I'm motherfucking tired. So, we out. know if I'm in the frame, but for everybody who don't know what's going on, I'm testing out this Amazon build. I bought parts right off Amazon, and just putting it through the ringer, that's all. Ain't nothing too major.